A new Silent Hill rises from the fog. Capcom has every reason to celebrate, and both Xbox and PlayStation might be about to dig deeper into your wallet. It's been another chaotic, fascinating week in the gaming world, so let's dive in. First up, brace your wallets. Data pulled from Xbox Cloud Gaming suggests Microsoft could be preparing another price hike for Xbox Game Pass. The internal code points to a potential notification scheduled to go out named Subscription Price Increase. Pretty self-explanatory. This is still only rumoured, however, so take the news with a grain of salt. But it seems Sony has a similar idea. The company has publicly stated it's not ruling out further increases to PlayStation Plus in the future. With both giants eyeing higher margins, it's a tough time to be a multi-platform subscriber. Meanwhile, Nintendo Switch 2 is printing money for the company. According to Circana's Matt Piscatella, the new console just set an all-time launch week hardware sales record in the US, with over 1.1 million units sold in the first few days. Nintendo officially announced the Switch 2 had sold over 3.5 million units globally. Love it or hate it, Nintendo knows how to dominate a launch window in spite of minimal pre-launch reviews and launch day concerns. Capcom 2 is in a celebratory mood. Street Fighter 6 has now crossed 5 million copies sold, putting it on track to become the best-selling Street Fighter of all time. And Devil May Cry 5 just hit 10 million units, thanks in part to a resurgence from the Netflix anime adaptation. With hits like these, it's no wonder fans are already whispering, Devil May Cry 6 into the void. In a long overdue move, Final Fantasy XVI is now on Xbox. And yes, Final Fantasy VII Remake is on the way too. The ports bring two of Square Enix's biggest modern titles to a whole new player base. But with both games several years old, and Square Enix's recent misfortunes of its games not meeting expectations, some are asking if the moment has passed. It's official, Konami and Bloober Team are remaking the original Silent Hill. Long rumoured and now confirmed, the fog will return in a modernised version of the horror classic. Fans have reasons to be optimistic about the game, especially given Bloober's work on Silent Hill 2 Remake, released last year. Stay tuned for further updates. And it's real, Hollow Knight Silksong will release in 2025. Team Cherry has finally broken their silence, confirming the long-delayed sequel is arriving later this year. No firm date yet, but even this sliver of news is enough to reignite the community's faith. This week I released my deep dive into Capcom's weird and wild 90s beat-em-up, Captain Commando. If you want to learn more about a forgotten mascot who led a baby genius, a ninja, and extraterrestrial mummy into battle, it's worth the watch. Scheduled for midweek, a character-focused video on Street Fighter's legendary boxers, the savage and brutal Balrog, and the refined and honourable Dudley. And later in the week, a review of Leftovers KO, a strange, surreal boxing game where anthropomorphic rotten food trades punches with a tired and hungry office worker. So hit that subscribe button to stay in the loop, and remember to be excellent to yourselves and one another, my eldritch citizens. Until next time, stay strange.